We're still out in the garage working on this 59 Impala. I want to thank, first of all, one of my viewers, Born to Wrench, I think is his code name there. He made a great comment, and I tested out his theory, and he's exactly right. But I have some further comments on that. One of the things he said is when you're testing the brake lights, okay, if you have the directional signal in the up or the down position, the left or the right position, only one brake light will come on. And that's true with the ignition off. You turn directional to the right and you turn, put the brake light on, you're only going to get one brake light. That is true, but I was testing with the ignition on and the directional in the middle, and I was only getting a tail light over here, which told me, that's what told me I needed to go to that little switch on the directional column and see that it was either dirty contacts or it wasn't adjusted just right. So thanks for the comment, I do appreciate it. And if you have any comments on how to adjust 3-speed on the column stick shifts, boy, I would love them, because this thing has been just beating my butt down. One of the problems I have is, and I'll show you in a second, is we put this big brake booster on and now I can't really see what I'm adjusting. So I think I finally got this whole thing figured out. One of the problems that really threw me for a loop, and I can't believe you can do this, but when they actually did lift the body off this frame when they painted the car slightly, so they had to disconnect the rods for the stick shift, not the stick shift, the column shift. And when they did that and put it back together, they switched the rods. So when I did my initial test run, I mean, I was able to shift it, but the one thing that didn't make sense to me is that going back and forth towards the windshield, it wasn't first to second and second to third and reverse. They were all in the wrong spot. And I really had to scratch my head and figure this out, and it took me down a road that I need to get a parts manual and yada, 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 but I finally got it figured out, but then some other problems have popped up too, and let me show you what's going on here. Hey, I'm just an idiot working out in the garage. Hopefully we both can learn. Here's the 1958 manual, because they don't put this in the 59 manual. But if you can see right here, there's a relay lever that goes in between there, and it has a little notch in it. If you can see the notch over here, all right? Right now, this whole mechanism right now is way below both these levers here, okay? And I gotta get that straightened out first before I can even move forward. But now they got the brake booster out of the way, you know, hopefully I can see this. All right, I know the wires are in the way, but I got this thing adjusted. Let me show you this. All right, hopefully you can hear me too. All right, first I want to go, okay, this is the reverse. Okay, back to neutral, first gear. Then we're gonna go up, second gear, third gear. All right, back into neutral. Feels nice and smooth. Reverse, okay, back into neutral. First, second, third. All right, back into neutral. Gotta feel around for neutral, but we got it. All right, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage. We're going to take you through the shifting on this 1959 Impala in the engine, in the cabin here, in the engine compartment where the shifting mechanism is on the column, and then underneath on the transmission, so you can see how everything works together. Hopefully I can put all these pictures together and show it to you simultaneously. So I'm going to start out by pushing the clutch in, okay? And neutral, back and forth. You can feel it move forward and backwards. So I'm going to pull it back towards me and up. That is reverse. And then I'm going to pull it down, straight down, while it's pulling towards me, okay? And that's first. And then I'm going to go up, and I'm going to in, and I'm going to go up again, and that's second gear. And then I'm going to pull straight down, and that's third gear. Okay? Coming to the light, and I find neutral again. There's neutral. Okay? And I can pull it down into first. I'm at the light. Okay? I'm going to take off from the light. I'm going to go up, forward, up again, second, and then straight down is third. Okay? Now I'm going to pull up to a light again, find neutral. I'm going to back into my spot. I'm going to pull it towards me and go up. That's reverse. All right? All right. So once again, I'm going to go through this a little slower so I can get all the pictures to work together. Pull towards me, down, first. Up, forward, up again, second. Straight down, third. Okay, now I'm going to try to film the rest of this. Hopefully it'll work out. All right, there's neutral, reverse, down to first, up to second, down to third. All right, once again, neutral, reverse, first, second, third. All right, coming up to a stoplight. All right, back down to first, second, third. All right, back into the parking spot. Reverse, first, second, third. All right, back into neutral. Just to show you some things, I put an R on there for a reference. So that's the R for first and reverse, and then the other rod is second to third. And the second to third has a mechanism on the frame here before it goes up to the shifter mechanism way up there. All right, just wanted to show you that for reference. There you go.